Do you understand English? But when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank? Do you feel shy, nervous, or stuck, even after years of learning? If that sounds like you, stay with me. This episode can change the way you practice English forever. And before we begin, subscribe to Boost English, the podcast, so you never miss simple, daily lessons that help you speak English with confidence. All right, let's begin. Hello and welcome to Boost English, the podcast, the show for learners who want to speak English with more confidence and joy. I'm Tom, and I'm here to help you speak English more naturally, step by step, day by day. I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can listen, understand, and repeat after me. Today, we're talking about something very simple, but very powerful. How to practice English every single day. How can you practice English every single day? Even if your life is busy, even if you feel shy, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. This is a question many English learners ask. You may feel motivated at first, but after a few days, life becomes busy again. Work, study, family, and stress take your time. Then English practice slowly disappears. Many people believe they must move to the UK or America to speak English well. They think they need native speakers around them. They think they need long study hours every night. But that is not true. You don't need to live in London. You don't need a native speaker next to you. You don't need hours of study every night. What you really need are small, smart habits, habits you can repeat every day. English is not something you learn only in a classroom. It is a skill. And like every skill, it improves with regular practice, not with long, difficult study sessions. The secret is simple. Do a little English every day. Even 5 or 10 minutes is enough if you do it daily. Let's talk about how you can do this in real life. First, listening is the foundation of English. If you want to speak English well, you must listen to English every day. Listening helps your brain get used to the sounds, rhythm, and natural flow of the language. It also helps you learn new words without memorizing long lists. You can listen to English while doing other things. You can listen while walking, cooking, cleaning, or resting. Podcasts, short videos, music, or simple English stories are all great choices. You do not need to understand everything. Even if you understand only half, your brain is still learning. Think of English like background music in your life. The more you hear it, the more familiar it becomes. Second, use your voice every day. Many learners listen a lot but rarely speak. This is a common mistake. Speaking feels scary, especially when you are shy. But speaking is how you grow confidence. You don't need to speak to people at first. You can speak to yourself. Repeat sentences from podcasts or videos. Say simple sentences out loud. Talk about your day. Even 1 minute of speaking is powerful. When you speak every day, your mouth learns English. Your brain learns English. Slowly, speaking becomes easier. Third, start thinking in English. This is a very powerful habit. At first, your brain wants to translate from your native language. This takes time and makes speaking slow. Instead, try to think in short English sentences. When you wake up, think, "It's morning. I'm tired. I need coffee." During the day, think, "I'm working. I'm hungry. I want to go home." These are small thoughts, but they train your brain to use English naturally. Over time, your brain will stop translating and start thinking directly in English. Fourth, read a little every day. Reading helps you see how English works. It helps you learn sentence structure and vocabulary. You don't need difficult books. Short texts are perfect. You can read short stories, simple articles, or even social media posts in English. Try reading aloud sometimes. This helps your pronunciation and confidence. Reading for 5 minutes every day is better than reading for 1 hour once a week. Fifth, bring English into your daily life. English should not feel like homework. It should feel like part of your routine. You can change your phone language to English. You can write short notes or to-do lists in English. You can write 2 or 3 sentences about your day in a small diary. You can record a short voice message on your phone and listen to it later. These small actions turn English into a daily habit. Remember, confidence does not come from perfection. It comes from practice. Making mistakes is normal. Mistakes mean you are learning. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. Start now. Start small. 5 minutes today is better than 0 minutes. English fluency is not built in one day. It is built step by step, day by day. With small, smart habits, English slowly becomes part of who you are, not just something you study. And when that happens, speaking English feels natural. That is how you practice English every single day. What is shadowing? Let me ask you a simple question. What is shadowing? Shadowing is one of the best techniques to improve listening and speaking at the same time. Many English learners spend a lot of time reading and studying grammar, but they still feel nervous when they speak. Shadowing helps fix this problem because it trains your ears, your brain, and your mouth together. Shadowing is simple but very powerful. Here's how it works. You listen to English, like me speaking right now, and you repeat exactly what you hear. You don't wait. You don't stop. You don't translate in your head. You just copy the sound, like an echo following a voice. When you do shadowing, your goal is not to think. Your goal is to listen and repeat. You try to match the speakers. Speed, rhythm, pronunciation, tone. It may feel difficult at first. That is normal. Your brain is learning a new way to work. Let's try a short example together. I want to speak English fluently. Now you repeat. I listen to English every day. Repeat. Shadowing helps me speak better. Repeat. Very good. That's shadowing. At the beginning, you may feel uncomfortable. You may miss some words. You may feel slow. You may feel like your mouth cannot move fast enough. This is completely normal. Shadowing is like exercise. At first, your muscles feel weak, but with practice, they become stronger. One important thing to remember is this. Shadowing is not about understanding every word. Many learners stop because they think, I don't understand everything, so this is not working. But shadowing works even when you don't understand everything. Why? Because shadowing trains your brain to hear English as sound, not as translation. It helps you feel how English moves. It helps you feel the rhythm and flow of real speech. Over time, understanding will come naturally. Shadowing also improves your pronunciation. When you copy a native or fluent speaker, you learn how words connect. You learn which sounds are strong and which sounds are weak. You learn where the voice goes up and where it goes down. This is something books cannot teach you. Another big benefit of shadowing is confidence. When you repeat English every day, speaking starts to feel normal. English stops feeling strange. Your mouth becomes comfortable making English sounds. Even 5 minutes a day can change the way you speak. You don't need a long lesson. You don't need a teacher next to you. You don't need expensive courses. You only need your ears, your voice, and a short piece of English audio. So how can you practice shadowing every day? First, choose short and easy audio. Podcasts for learners, short videos, or simple conversations are perfect. Do not start with fast movies or difficult news. Start small. Second, listen once without speaking. Just listen. Get familiar with the sound. Third, listen again and repeat immediately. Try to speak at the same time as the speaker. Do not pause the audio if possible. If it feels too fast, that's okay. Just do your best. Fourth, repeat the same audio again tomorrow. Repeating the same content helps your brain feel confident and comfortable. You can do shadowing while walking, standing, or sitting. You can do it quietly or out loud. If you feel shy, whisper. What matters is that you use your voice. Shadowing is especially helpful for shy learners. You are not talking to another person. You are practicing alone. There is no pressure, no judgment, just you and the language. Over time, you will notice changes. You will speak faster. Your pronunciation will improve. Your sentences will sound more natural. You will stop translating so much in your head. English will begin to flow. Remember, fluency does not come from knowing more grammar rules. It comes from using the language again and again. Shadowing gives you real speaking practice every day, even if you live far from English speakers. So start small. 5 minutes today. 5 minutes tomorrow. 5 minutes every day. Small habit. Big results. That is the power of shadowing. 5 simple ways to practice English every day. Many English learners tell me the same things again and again. I don't have time. I feel nervous when I speak. I don't know how to start. These feelings are very normal. Learning a new language can feel difficult and stressful, especially when you are busy or shy. But here's the truth. You don't need more time. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to start small. English improves when you practice a little every day, not when you study a lot once in a while. Let me share 5 simple and realistic ways to practice English every single day, even with a busy life. 1. Listen to English every day. Listening is the foundation of speaking. If you want to speak English well, you must hear it often. Listening helps your brain get used to English sounds, rhythm, and natural sentences. You don't need to sit at a desk to listen. You can listen while walking, cooking, cleaning, or relaxing. Podcasts, short videos, music, or simple English stories are all great options. Do not worry if you don't understand everything. Understanding 30 or 50% is enough. Your brain is still learning. The important thing is daily exposure. Even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Make English part of your daily routine like background music in your life. 2. Speak a little every day. Many learners listen a lot but avoid speaking because they feel nervous or afraid of mistakes. But speaking is how confidence grows. You don't need to speak to other people at first. You can speak to yourself. Say simple sentences about your day. Repeat sentences from podcasts or videos. Read short texts aloud. For example, I'm tired today. I'm working now. I want to improve my English. Speaking for 1 or 2 minutes a day is enough to start. Your pronunciation will slowly improve, and your fear will decrease. Remember, mistakes are not bad. Mistakes mean you are learning. 3. Think in English. Thinking in English is a powerful habit. Many learners translate from their native language, and this makes speaking slow and difficult. Start with very simple thoughts. When you wake up, it's morning. I'm sleepy. I need coffee. During the day, I'm busy. I'm hungry. I want to rest. These short thoughts train your brain to connect directly to English. Over time, you will stop translating and start responding naturally. You don't need long sentences. Small thoughts are enough. 4. Read short texts aloud. Reading helps you see how English works. Reading aloud helps your mouth and brain work together. Choose short and easy texts. Children's stories, short articles, or simple dialogues are perfect. Read slowly and clearly. Then read again a little faster. When you read aloud, you practice pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence at the same time. It's like exercise for your speaking muscles. 5 minutes of reading aloud every day is better than one long reading session once a week. 5. Use English in your daily life. English should not live only in books. It should live in your daily routine. Change your phone language to English. Write your to-do list in English. Write 2 or 3 sentences about your day in a small notebook. Record a short voice message on your phone. You can also watch short English videos and repeat the sentences. Social media, YouTube Shorts, and short clips are great for this. These small actions turn English into a habit, not a task. Tip 11. Talk to yourself in English. This may sound strange, but it really works. Talking to yourself in English is one of the easiest and most powerful ways to practice speaking every day. You don't need another person. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need confidence before you start. You just need your voice. When you talk to yourself, you remove the biggest problem in language learning: fear. There is no one listening. No one is judging you. No one is correcting you. That makes this practice safe and comfortable, especially for shy learners. You can talk to yourself anywhere. Talk in the shower. Talk while walking. Talk while cooking. Talk while cleaning. You can describe what you are doing in simple sentences. For example, now I'm making tea. I'm washing the dishes. I'm getting ready for work. These sentences may seem small, but they train your brain to use English in real life. You are not studying English. You are using English. You can also talk about your thoughts and feelings. Today was a long day. I feel tired but happy. I want to relax now. This kind of practice helps English feel natural. It becomes part of your daily routine, not something special you only do during study time. At first, you may feel shy even when you are alone. That's normal. Many learners feel uncomfortable hearing their own voice in English. But this feeling disappears with practice. The more you speak, the more normal it feels. You don't need long sentences. Short sentences are perfect. Simple English is strong English. You can even ask yourself questions and answer them. What am I doing now? I'm cooking dinner. What do I need today? I need to finish my work. This kind of practice builds fluency without pressure. Talking to yourself also helps you think in English. When you speak out loud, your brain connects words faster. Over time, you will translate less and respond more naturally. Even 1 or 2 minutes a day is enough. The goal is not perfection. The goal is daily use. Tip 12. Use the same phrases every day. Repetition builds confidence. Many learners think they need new words every day. But real fluency comes from using the same words and sentences again and again. When you repeat the same phrases daily, your brain remembers them deeply. They become automatic. You don't have to think. You just say them. This is how native speakers speak easily. Choose 5 simple sentences and use them every day for 1 week. Say them in the morning. Say them while walking. Say them before sleeping. For example, I'm working on my English. I'm getting better every day. I don't understand everything, and that's okay. I practice a little every day. I feel more confident when I speak. Say these sentences out loud. Whisper them if you want. Say them slowly and clearly. First, it may feel boring, but repetition is powerful. After a few days, these sentences will feel easy. After 1 week, they will feel natural. This practice helps in many ways. First, it builds muscle memory. Your mouth learns how to move. Your pronunciation improves naturally. Second, it builds confidence. When you know you can say something easily, you feel less afraid to speak. Third, it helps you create patterns. Once you know one sentence well, you can change it. For example, I'm working on my English. I'm working on my speaking. I'm working on my pronunciation. One sentence becomes many sentences. This is much better than memorizing long word lists. Words alone are hard to remember. Sentences stay in your mind because they have meaning. You can change your 5 sentences every week or keep them longer. There is no rule. Do what feels comfortable. The most important thing is repetition, not speed. Fluency is not about speaking fast. Fluency is about speaking easily. Final reminder: talking to yourself and repeating simple phrases may seem small, but they are powerful habits. They turn English into something you use, not something you fear. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a partner. You just need consistency. Small daily practice creates big confidence. That's how real fluency grows. Tip 13. Learn words and sentences. Not alone, many English learners try to memorize long lists of words. They think that if they know hundreds of words, they will speak fluently. But this method often fails. It is hard, boring, and quickly forgotten. Instead, a better method is to learn words inside sentences. Words in context are easier to remember and more useful in real conversations. For example, instead of just learning the word busy, learn a full sentence: I'm busy today. This shows how the word is used naturally. You can also add a small detail: I'm busy today because I have work. Instead of just learning tired, say, I feel tired after work. This is more meaningful than memorizing the word alone. Your brain remembers the meaning better when it sees the word in a sentence. Learning words this way also helps you practice grammar naturally. For example, in the sentence, I feel tired after work, you practice using subject plus verb plus adjective in real English. Another example, instead of memorizing happy, say, I feel happy when I listen to music. I feel happy because it is sunny today. You can make small changes to sentences to practice more words and more patterns. One sentence can become many. This way, learning words becomes creative and fun instead of boring. You can do this with phrases too. For example, instead of just learning good morning, try good morning. How are you today? I say good morning to my friends every day. By learning words and sentences, you practice vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, and natural English all at once. It is like training your brain and your mouth together. You can do this every day with just 5 to 10 sentences. Repeat them aloud. Change some words. Make your own sentences. You will be surprised how much easier it becomes to speak naturally. This method also prepares you for real conversations. In real life, people do not speak single words. They speak sentences. When you learn words in sentences, you are ready to speak English immediately. Tip 14. Slow down your speaking. Many learners think that speaking fast is a sign of fluency. They believe fluent speakers always speak quickly. But this is a mistake. Speaking fast is not fluency. Speaking clearly is fluency. Fluency is about being understood easily, not about speed. Speaking too fast often leads to mistakes. Words get missed. Sentences become unclear. You may feel nervous or lose your thoughts. Instead, slow down. Speak one sentence at a time. Take a breath before starting. Focus on clear pronunciation. For example, instead of rushing, I'm busy and tired I want to rest, say it slowly. I'm busy and tired. I want to rest. Slowing down gives you time to think. It gives your mouth time to form words correctly. It also gives your brain time to choose the right words. Slower speaking also makes you sound more confident. When people speak slowly and clearly, listeners feel calm and comfortable. It shows that you know what you are saying. You can practice slowing down in small ways. Read sentences aloud slowly. Focus on each word. Pause slightly between phrases. Practice tongue twisters slowly before trying them faster. Record your voice and listen. You will notice how much clearer slow speech is. Slowing down also helps you reduce mistakes. When you try to speak quickly, you may mix up tenses, use the wrong word, or mispronounce sounds. Slow speaking gives you space to speak correctly. Many learners are afraid of speaking slowly. They worry it will sound strange. But in reality, clear speech is always better than fast speech. Native speakers pause, slow down, and use rhythm. They don't speak like a machine. So start small. Speak one sentence at a time. Focus on clarity, not speed. Slowly, speaking naturally becomes easier. Over time, your brain and mouth will work together, and your fluency will improve. Combining tip 13 and tip 14, when you combine learning words in sentences with slowing down your speaking, you get a powerful habit. First, choose a few sentences to practice, not just words. Second, read and repeat them slowly, aloud. Third, try to use these sentences in your thoughts or conversations. For example, take the sentence, I feel tired after work. Say it slowly, clearly, aloud. I feel tired after work. Then change it slightly. I feel tired after school. I feel tired after walking. This way, you practice vocabulary, sentence structure, pronunciation, and speaking confidence all at the same time. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day of this combined method can make a huge difference over weeks and months. Your vocabulary will grow naturally. Your sentences will become smoother. Your confidence will increase. Remember, fluency is not about speed. It is about clarity, consistency, and comfort with the language. Start small. Be patient. Practice sentences, not just words. Speak slowly, not fast. And do it every day. Small steps every day create big results over time. Tip 15. Don't correct yourself too much. Many learners stop speaking to correct every mistake. They worry. Did I say that correctly? Did I use the right tense? Did I pronounce it properly? This can be a big problem because it interrupts speaking and reduces confidence. When you speak English, don't focus on perfection first. Fluency comes before accuracy. It's better to keep speaking and make mistakes than to stop because you are afraid. Mistakes are a normal part of learning. Every mistake teaches your brain something new. For example, you might say, I go to the store yesterday. It's not correct, but it shows you are trying. Later, you can learn, I went to the store yesterday. The next time, your brain remembers the correct sentence. Think of mistakes as steps, not failures. Every time you speak without stopping to correct yourself, you build fluency and confidence. Over time, your sentences will naturally become more correct. Tip 16. Use English for real purposes. English is most useful when it helps you do something real in your daily life. This makes practice feel meaningful instead of boring homework. For example, search Google in English. Instead of searching weather, search weather in London today. Watch a recipe in English and cook the dish. Read English news headlines or a short story. Write a short message to a friend in English. When English helps you complete a task or understand something, it feels alive. You learn words and phrases naturally because you need them to get something done. Even small tasks matter. For instance, writing a grocery list in English or sending a one-line message to a classmate helps your brain use English naturally every day. Tip 17. Copy one speaker you like. One of the fastest ways to sound natural is to imitate a speaker you like. This could be a podcaster, YouTuber, teacher, or even an actor. Listen to them often. Pay attention to how they pronounce words, the rhythm of their speech, their tone and expression, then copy them. Repeat the sentences exactly as they say them. Don't worry if you can't understand every word at first. Focus on sound and rhythm. For example, if a speaker says, I'm excited to learn new English every day, repeat it exactly, copying the speed and tone. I'm excited to learn new English every day. After a week of practicing the same speaker, your pronunciation and rhythm will start to sound more natural. This also builds confidence because your English begins to sound like a real speaker, not a textbook. Tip 18. Accept silence and pauses. Many learners are afraid of silence. They think that if they pause while speaking, they sound slow or unsure. But this is not true. Even native speakers pause, take a breath, or think before speaking. Pauses are natural. They give your brain time to choose words. They give your mouth time to form sentences correctly. For example, when you want to say, I want to buy some vegetables and go home, it's okay to pause. I want to buy some vegetables and go home. Pauses actually make your speech clearer and more confident. They show that you are thinking, not panicking. Over time, you will feel comfortable pausing without worrying. Tip 19. Practice every day. Even on bad days, some days you feel motivated. Some days you feel tired, busy, or stressed. On those days, it's easy to skip English practice. But that is when practice matters most. Even 1 minute of English is better than 0. You don't need to do long lessons. Just one sentence. Just one phrase. Just one word. For example, you can whisper to yourself while walking, I'm learning English. I'm improving little by little. These small actions keep your brain in English mode, even on difficult days. Consistency is more important than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but habit lasts forever. Tip 20. Be kind to yourself. Finally, be kind to yourself. Learning a language takes time. It is normal to make mistakes, feel stuck, or forget words. Do not say, my English is bad. Instead, say, my English is improving. I'm learning every day. Positive self-talk helps your confidence and keeps you motivated. Treat yourself like a learner, not a judge. Celebrate small wins. For example, you remembered a new word today, win. You spoke one sentence in English, win. You listened to a podcast for 5 minutes, win. Every small action counts. Every day counts. These small wins build into big progress over time. Final thoughts, tips 15 to 20 are all about mindset and daily habits. Fluency comes not only from study but also from confidence, consistency, and using English in real life. Don't correct yourself too much. Use English for real purposes. Copy a speaker you like. Accept pauses. Practice every day, even on bad days. Be kind to yourself. If you follow these tips every day, English stops being a challenge and starts being a natural part of your life. Small steps every day create big results over time. And if you want daily guidance, simple exercises, and easy ways to improve your English, subscribe to Boost English, the podcast. Your English journey will feel easier, calmer, and more confident every day. Hello, friends. I'm so happy you are here today on Boost English, the podcast. Before we start, I have a question for you. Have you ever felt nervous or shy when speaking English? Or maybe you wanted to practice more but didn't know how? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Many English learners feel the same way. But here's the good news. You are in the right place. Here, we learn step by step, day by day, and we practice English in a fun and simple way. Now, I want to ask you something very important. If you enjoy this podcast and want to improve your English every day, don't forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes. Why? Because every episode is designed to help you listen, speak, and think in English naturally. Subscribing is like telling yourself, yes, I want to improve my English every day, but subscribing is not all. I also want to hear from you. Yes, you. Your opinion, your thoughts, your questions, they matter. That's why I encourage you to write in the comments. Let me ask you a few questions to get started. What is your biggest challenge in learning English right now? Which tip from this podcast helped you the most? Which habit do you want to start today? Answer any of these questions in the comments. It only takes a few seconds, but it helps you think in English, and it helps me know what you need. When you write your answers in English, even a little, you are practicing your English skills without even realizing it. Here's another question. How many minutes a day do you practice English? Write your number in the comments. Even if it's just 5 minutes, that's great. Small steps every day create big results. And here's something fun. I want to hear your favorite English sentence. What is one sentence you like to say in English? Maybe it's, I'm learning English every day. Maybe it's, I can do this. Or maybe it's something you just heard in a video or a song. Write it in the comments and I will read some of them in the next episode. Now, let me ask you a question to think about while you practice. What is one small habit you can start today that will improve your English? Could be 5 minutes of shadowing, speaking to yourself, reading aloud, or writing a short diary. Type your answer in the comments. When you do this, you are practicing thinking in English, which is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. The more you think and write in English, the faster your brain adapts. And let's make it a challenge. For the next week, try one small action every day. Maybe it's listening to one podcast episode. Maybe it's speaking one sentence aloud. Maybe it's writing a short diary entry. Then come back here and comment below about what you did. I promise, seeing your progress in the comments will motivate you even more. You will see that learning English is not scary or difficult. It's about small steps and daily habits. Here's another question. If you could ask me one question about English, what would it be? Could be about pronunciation, vocabulary, listening, or speaking. Type your question in the comments. I read every comment, and I will answer some of your questions in a future episode. This is your chance to get personal help with English. And don't forget, when you subscribe, you join a community of learners. You are not alone. Thousands of people, just like you, are practicing English, sharing tips, and learning every day. Subscribing helps you stay connected with that community. So, let's recap. Subscribe to Boost English, the podcast, to get every new episode. Comment below with your challenges, favorite tips, or your English practice. Ask a question in the comments so I can help you directly. Share one small habit you want to start today. Remember, English is not about perfection. It's about consistency, confidence, and small daily steps. Every comment you write, every sentence you practice, every tip you follow is a step closer to fluency. So now, here's my final question for you. What will you do today to practice English? Type your answer in the comments. I want to see your responses. I want to celebrate your small wins with you. And I want to remind you that every small action matters. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for being part of Boost English, the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, type your comments, and take action on one small habit today. Your journey to confident, natural English starts with small daily steps, and it starts now. See you in the next episode. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep practicing. And remember, your English is improving every day, one small step at a time. You don't need perfect grammar to start. You don't need confidence before you practice. Confidence comes because you practice. Start small. Be patient. Be kind to yourself. 5 minutes a day is enough to change your English over time. Small daily habits create big progress. That's how you practice English every single day. English should not feel like homework. It should not feel heavy, stressful, or boring. It should feel like something you live with, something that slowly becomes part of your everyday life. Many learners think English is only about books, grammar rules, and tests. They believe they must sit at a desk, open a notebook, and study for long hours. But real English does not live only in textbooks. Real English lives in your thoughts, your daily routine, and your small habits. When English becomes part of your life, learning feels easier, feels lighter. You stop feeling pressure and you start feeling progress. The secret is not doing more. The secret is doing a little every day. Small daily habits create strong confidence. Confidence does not appear suddenly. It is built slowly. It grows when you listen to English every day, even for a few minutes. It grows when you speak a little, even if you feel shy. It grows when you make mistakes and continue anyway. Every small action matters. Listening to one short podcast, repeating one sentence, thinking one thought in English, writing 3 simple lines in a diary. These actions may seem small, but together they create change. Many learners wait until they feel confident to speak. But confidence does not come first. Practice comes first. Confidence comes later. You do not need to be perfect to begin. You do not need to know every word. You do not need to speak fast. You just need to show up every day. English is a skill just like walking, swimming, or driving. You don't learn it in one day. You learn it by doing it again and again. Some days feel easy. Some days feel difficult. Both are normal. What matters is consistency. When you practice English every day, your brain changes. It starts to recognize patterns. Your ears become sharper. Your mouth becomes more comfortable. Speaking stops feeling strange. English begins to feel familiar. One day you will notice something important. You will understand more without trying. You will respond faster. You will feel calmer when you speak. That moment does not come from one big lesson. It comes from many small days of practice. And remember, learning English is not a race. There is no finish line. Everyone moves at a different speed. Your journey is your own. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not be hard on yourself. Celebrate small wins. If today you listened for 5 minutes, that's a win. If today you spoke one sentence, that's a win. If today you tried, that's a win. English should support your life, not stress you. Let it grow naturally, just like a habit. Just like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Simple, regular, part of your day. And you don't have to do this alone. If you want help every day, subscribe to Boost English, the podcast. This podcast is here to support you with simple English, clear speaking, and real progress, step by step, day by day. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode. Headphone.